Hello students, hope that you are keeping in the pink of health in this COVID-19 situation. I hope you are following all the precautions that have been sent out by the government of India and you are keeping yourself and your family very healthy, safe and secure. So, difficult times call for different measures and education should go on in all conditions. So just for your reference, I am sending across this particular video on group discussions. So what is a group discussion? A group discussion is when we collect as individuals to discuss a particular topic of our interest or maybe to solve problems. It can be done either face to face or through video conferencing, right? So let's move on to the next. Okay, so how and when did its use start and what is its usage? So most of the corporate houses and many of the business schools use this particular technique of group discussions, but it is used as an elimination round. Please remember that. Although it is a part of the recruitment process of any particular corporate, but we are going to get eliminated if we don't perform well during the group discussion. In India, it was first adopted by the defense services. So let's move on to the next thing about group discussions. So what are the types of group discussions? So we can classify the group discussions on two bases. First is on the basis of their organization. Structured group discussions and unstructured group discussions. So what is a structured group discussion? When there is a well-defined group of individuals, you are assigned by the observer that yes, 8 people will come in the room. This is the topic, this is the time limit which has been assigned for you for discussion. So that is an example of a well-structured group discussion. What is an unstructured group discussion? For example, in walk-in situations, wherein lots and lots of participants are there. So what does the company do? It asks the whole mass of participants to form groups according to their comfortability, then decide a topic, then decide a time limit of their own, and then conduct a GD. When they are finally going to sit for a GD, then only an observer intervenes and is there to observe the participation and contribution of all the participants. So that is an example of an unstructured GD. Next we come to the classification of group discussions on the basis of topics. So what is a controversial group discussion? When we are given topics which can be very controversial. For example, women are better managers than men. And there in a group of 10 people, we have got 5 female candidates and 5 male candidates, both trying to prove their point that yes, women are better or men are better. So controversiality, that is the major aspect. Second, the factual topics, which require you to have numerical data for that particular topic. For example, if we take the topic defense budget allocation in India versus the higher education budget. Now, until and unless you have the exact numerical value of the budget that has been allocated to these defense and higher education, how will you talk about it? So, it is a factual group discussion. Third is an abstract group discussion. Abstract, we get the most confused in this particular category. Why? Because this is that particular category which uses only your creativity and your thinking process. For example, a topic like the word in a bottle of Pepsi. How will you interpret it? suppose there are 10 participants in the group. Someone can say that yes, the world can be there in a bottle of Pepsi. Someone will say no, it is not possible. So lots of contradictions during the group discussion can happen. Then the next category is current affairs. For example, presently we are in this situation of COVID-19 and we are under quarantine and social isolation and everything. So let's take up a topic which is related to that. That is e-learning as effective as classroom learning? That can be a current affairs topic, right? And the next and the last category according to on the basis of topics is case-based group discussion. So what is a case-based group discussion? Case-based group discussions are those wherein the company representative can give you a case which is of 1 page or maybe 10 pages. You have to read the case thoroughly, and then what you need to do is analyze the problems that were presented in the case and give solutions to it as a group. So that is the basis of classification of the types of group discussion. So moving to the next thing about group discussions. Yes, one major question which is always asked by the students. If I get a topic about which I have no knowledge, how to generate idea for that? So we have got 3 major approaches to generate ideas as far as group discussions and unknown topics is concerned. First one, the keyword approach. It is commonly called also the brainstorming technique. So what do we do in it? For example, you are given that particular topic, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. A thing of beauty is a joy forever is an abstract topic. So what are the keywords in this? One is beauty, one is joy, and one is forever. Right? So how do we create ideas? By asking questions around these keywords. That is why, which, where, why, who, where. All these questions can be asked around these keywords, and that will help us in generating ideas for that particular topic. Now coming to the next type of technique of idea generation, that is called viewpoint of affected parties. Viewpoint of affected parties is most useful when we are discussing a controversial topic. For example, women are better managers than men. Why is it better? Because there are two definite parties to that for that particular topic. So either they will be for or against that particular thing. So viewpoint of affected parties is very effective for controversial topics. Then we have the best possible technique according to me, and that is called the pestle approach. The pestle approach. P stands for political, E for economic, S for sports or socio-cultural, T stands for technical, L is for legal, and E is for environmental. Right? Any given topic, for example, I'll take the first one which I gave as an example of an abstract topic, that is a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Right? So let's see how many things can we take out of this particular topic. Let's say economics. Beauty. Beauty is a particular thing which is enhanced by the usage of cosmetics. Right? So cosmetic industry contributes to the economy of a nation. So how can we relate it to that? Then socio-cultural. What is the aspect of society according to for beauty? Right? Are only fair-skinned people beautiful? So that can be another norm for defining socio-cultural aspects of beauty. Then we have technical. Again, coming back to cosmetic industry. There have been lots of technical development wherein lots of new cosmetics keep on coming out every day. So that is the technical aspect. Right? Environmental. So many cosmetics get packed in plastic packagings. So are we degrading our environment? All these ideas can be generated by using this particular approach. Right? So let's move on to the next aspect of group discussions. Right. So do's and don'ts of a GD. So the first thing that we need to keep in mind while participating in a group discussion is that eye contact should be kept with all the participants for at least 80 to 90% duration of the group discussion. Right? At all costs, we should avoid to look at the observer. The observer is not a part of the group discussion. So why are we looking at the observer? Please remember not to look at the observer at all. Then, when you are presenting your content, you should be very logical and analytical and factually present that topics. But please don't beat about the bush. You should be precise in your points. And what is the don't in that? Don't get aggressive and don't keep silent as well. Because silence may be golden, as the saying goes, but for a group discussion, silence is absolutely not golden. Right? The next point, the initiator and or concluder may get bonus marks. But the initiator also has got one more responsibility, to introduce the topic well. He or she cannot start by just citing his or her opinion on that topic. He or she also needs to introduce the topic well. Until and please also keep this in mind that if you don't have any particular factual data or a certain opinion on that particular topic, don't initiate it. Please don't initiate if you cannot continue with it for at least 30 to 40 seconds. Right? And you need to contribute 3 to 5 times during a group discussion which lasts for 10 to 15 minutes. It is not only about speaking once in a group discussion. It is about participating and contributing again and again, repeatedly in a group discussion. It also depends on the type of profile that you have gone for when you go in for a group discussion. If you are there for a marketing profile job, then please remember that your convincing skills are going to be very, very important in such a condition. Right? Then, address the group members as my dear friends or participants. Try not to take their names. You may be familiar, but it is always advisable that we call everyone in the group as a participant or my dear friend. So let's go on to the next aspect of group discussions. Right. So what do we say and what should we not say during a group discussion? We should absolutely not say, I do not agree with you, or I disagree with you, or you are wrong. These are absolutely sentences for which I recommend a strong no, no and no. Alright? So what can we use instead if we have to disagree to someone else's point? A better version would be, your viewpoint may be valid, but according to me, my opinion is. Right? You can use phrases like these. Next one is, if the discussion is turning out to be a fish market, or people are shouting out loud, or it is turning into a debate, we can always say, dear friends, let's not get emotional. It's a discussion, not a debate. Right? So everyone has got the right to present their views in a discussion. Next one is, if you find that people are going irrelevant, they are deviating from the topic, so you can show your leadership skills by saying something like, dear friend, let's not deviate from the topic and discuss according to the relevance of the topic. Right? So this is how we can use some very beneficial phrases during the group discussion. Moving ahead. Right. So how is the participation of any candidate adjudged or evaluated in a GD? So first thing is initiative and leadership. If you have taken the initiative of starting the group discussion, right, that shows that you are a confident person, right? And you are knowledgeable as well. That's why you took the initiative. So leadership, how can that be shown during the group discussion? Leadership can be shown if we are prompting someone or helping someone else to speak. Someone who has been a silent observer during the GD, he or she can be prompted by you as a participant that, my dear friend, do you have something to contribute? My dear friend, would you like to say something? All these are ways of showing your leadership skills as well. Communication skills, of course, that is how you present or express your ideas. If you cannot communicate verbally, or your non-verbal gestures, like for example, fidgeting with the pen, doing click click, alright, or maybe drumming your fingers over the table, all these can go negative against you. So try to keep a check on your non-verbal gestures as well. Then of course, content, knowledge and originality. Content, until and unless we read widely, we are aware of the happenings around us in the world, how will we gather that content? So that is what our knowledge is, right? And then originality. Are you just repeating someone else's ideas or opinions, or are you contributing an original idea of your own? That is originality, and that is what is creativity, right? So you need to be very, very original when presenting points. Next is group dynamics and interpersonal skills. Right? You are there in a group, 8 people, 12 people, 20, maybe 20 people as well. And if you are acting aggressive over there, or if you get submissive over there, your group dynamics or your interpersonal skills are easily visible to the observer. Be very, very careful and remain assertive at all times. Next is logical or analytical ability. For example, someone has presented a factual information during the group discussion, and you are convinced that this factual information is correct, but it is going against what you had said previously. Now, until and unless you have got one more supporting point along with that factual data, please try to stick to your point and try to validate your point only. But if you think that yes, the other person's factual information is really correct and you can add on to it, then only change your viewpoint during a group discussion. Confidence and attitude, of course, you need to have a cheerful attitude, a friendly attitude, because it is a group discussion after all, right? And your confidence is well reflected in the way you express yourself. So I hope these tips for handling a group discussion will be very useful for you. And that's all from my side. Stay healthy, stay safe, and goodbye.